a wife is the role women play in marriage that determines its success to a good man. With that definition of wife, I need to explain that a little bit, but I want the women listening to hear, and what I've had to hear and let in, the success of a marriage, when you are married to a good man, the success of the marriage is on our shoulders as a wife. The reason for that is a good man gets married. He takes his commitment and vows seriously. He wants the responsibilities of being a husband and what comes with that and what he will have to shoulder and burden in being a husband. It is naturally in good men. And again, when they make their vows, they take them seriously and they recognize and understand they are taking a vow and making a commitment. Not to mention that all a good man wants is for his wife to be happy. The success of the marriage falls on our shoulders as women because our woman ways that I talk about on the channel, just real quick as a reminder, and these can be covert or overt, and they are on a spectrum for us as women, which is why I don't say good woman or bad woman or anything like that. We're just women. And on a spectrum, we have these behaviors and patterns that are unhealthy that we bring into a relationship with a good man. And those patterns can be being controlling, the need to always be right, blaming our husbands for our unhappiness, being emasculating, gaslighting, manipulative, extreme selfishness. That when we don't take responsibility for our happiness as women, those are the behaviors and patterns that come out in us in lots of different relationships. But this channel is about marriage. So we are responsible. We have to be responsible for our woman ways I talk about, to be in control of our experience and bring the best of us forward. And when we do that, and we embrace that responsibility and that role that we have, and embrace that the success of the marriage is determined by us and how we are going to show up in a marriage, because a good man's going to be right there. When we take responsibility for who we are as women and how we show up, and we're being our best, the marriage will be successful. That is why the definition of a wife is the role women play in a marriage that determines its success with a good man. And instead of being burdened by that or upset by that and triggered and that's hard and that's unfair, it's an honor carrying that mantle and holding yourself to a standard of being your best and being responsible for your shortcomings and the impact and power you have on a marriage and a good man, and for it to be successful is an honor and a privilege and a role you want to embrace as sacred, and one that will offer you fulfillment, self-knowledge, wisdom in a way that no other role, and in my perspective and beliefs, in a way no other role can give to us as women. The problem is, and unfortunately in our society, the word wife, even the word wife to a woman, is derogatory, demeaning, and taken as if it's some sort of insult to us as women to be called a wife. But the duh moment here is that the title we take when we get married is wife. So we must embrace that title. We must embrace the job being wife, and embrace the responsibilities and roles that come with that for the marriage to a good man to be successful. The marriage cannot be successful, will not be successful, will fail if we deny our role and responsibilities in being a wife. It is what you become when you get married. And there are roles and responsibilities with that we must carry and fulfill for the relationship to be successful. It is a long-term, being a wife is a long-term responsibility and sacrifice of the life we had before getting married and coming together with our husband to be a team and a partnership, playing our role as women and wives. Because we are very selfish in our woman ways and self-centered. We've gotten married for the wrong reasons because of what we thought would make us happy as women, and we never took accountability for the role of being a wife, never even stopped to think that there was accountability and responsibility in that. In that, we chose to be a wife. And that being a wife and the job and role of being a wife will last the whole marriage, the whole term of the marriage. But again, we don't even like to know that we have a role as a wife and think it's demeaning. But it is actually what allows us to know and evolve into the fullest expression of ourselves as women in a way that no other relationship can teach us. And when you're married to a good man who naturally, it doesn't mean he's perfect, doesn't mean he doesn't make mistakes, but that's part of the growth together. You're both going to make mistakes. But when you both embrace, and when a good man naturally embraces his role as a husband, when we as women embrace our role as a wife, and we come together to have that dance and to be a team and work together in those differences and roles, it brings out the best traits in both of us and the God-given beauty in both of us as women and men when we embrace those roles. Hello again. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch today. For those women listening who know you are the problem and you want a path forward to change your woman ways and truly be happy in yourself, I have a course for women called the Happiness Program. And the Happiness Program teaches you to resolve the unhealthy relationship you have with yourself so that you can be the solution to the issues and challenges in your marriage and your life. You can find the link in the description below to learn more about the course and apply to enroll. For the good men listening who want a way to take back the power you've unknowingly given away to your wives, I also have a course for you called the Marriage Rescue Course for Good Men Only. And the course teaches you how to rebuild your strength and confidence so that you can navigate the relationship with your wife in a healthy, constructive way. Again, you can find the link below in the description to learn more about the course and apply to enroll. Again, thank you so much for watching today, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.